Welcome back, fans and friends, for this upcoming video. And I know we've been doing a lot of retro cars lately, so I'll do at least one or two more modern vehicles. And so this video here will be on, I said it before, the Maisto Special Edition. This will be the Mercedes-AMG GT, so the second of their sports cars done in-house. So the SLR would have been the first version of the car. That one was done with a collaboration from McLaren, who did the engine, and then the SLS was the successor to the that, and then that was the first one. Competed apparently in a slightly higher segment market and not competing directly with this. I believe this one here is the first generation, but we won't know until we take a look at the hood. So let's try to get to there as fast as possible. So here's the underside. We have Acura, Audi, Bugatti, Ford, GM, Dodge, Jeep, Lamborghini, Nissan, Carroll, Shelby, because there's a GT500 sold in this set, and Volkswagen. And then here we have the holographic Mercedes authentication. As you notice from the GM and the Dodge, there's actually a very similar one to that. And then that's what I was talking about there. Shelby just redoes a Ford car since the 60s. That is the Mustang. Anyway, so here you get the nice package. I did like the last two. The Corvette from 1970. I believe it is the LT1 engine in there. And then obviously the Hemi from the Dodge Challenger from the last video. Done really well in terms of you're buying these things for $10. So you don't have to feel bad that it is not as detailed as some other sets, but I thought it was done reasonably well. Alright, so as you can see there, it has two of the plastic wraps to keep the doors and the hood from popping open. As soon as I take those off, though, I will be throwing them out because they are pointless. Well, it's not that. If the Dodge Challenger from the last video is anything to go by, I will completely destroy them, so therefore will not keep them. I am just right now using my screwdriver to take out the screws. I've pointed out the issues with the cardboard because remember the larger Maisto sets have plastic. It is much easier. All right. So there we have it. The elastic on the front here is not the plastic on the back. Unfortunately, it goes over the wheel wells, so it will be destroyed. And the plastic wrapping that goes over the rear of the car will be unglued, so therefore it is also going into the recycling bin. So here we have it, the AMG GT. And so this front here tells me I think it's from the first generation. The second generation, they used a retro type grille that vertically aligned instead of the center horizontal line here you see here. So starting from the front, you see AMG just under the bar on the left side of the car, AMG again on the bottom, normally where there would be a front license plate. Lights are inserts, which is always nice. And you can just see how they've molded underneath the screw to look like the actual lights. Running lights of the car. So that's really nice. What else? The grille. Everything here just painted on nice and clear. There's the front splitter. Go on to the left side. Major points of note are the exhausts, or the heat exhaust for the brakes, and the V8 bi-turbo. You've seen these things on the road. It looks really nice. And obviously there's the door. Rear wheels done in like a very basic plastic. There are no accessory wheels. However, if you do buy the assembly line, they come with extra wheels, so you can obviously just swap them out if you want. Windshield, I didn't cover that, nice and easy to see inside. You can just see there the center console, done in a different silver plastic wrap. Take a look there. Steering wheel, even done multicolored. You can see just how small it is. You see all the dials and everything else. Unfortunately, this is not a convertible version of the car, so you can see there the lines, but you can't pop the roof off. It does look really nice though. So I will give that to Maisto. You can just see there the brake and the gas pedal. This is not a manual car. I'm not going to say standard because it's not the standard anymore. Manual car. Rear view mirror, you can actually see reflections. You can just see me there. Well, the side of my head, not all of me. They are plastic. They are not obviously fake cloth leather seats. You can see the gear shift / center console in the middle there. Looks really nice in the silver. And onto the back of the car, there you have GT, AMG, Mercedes symbol, again AMG on the license plate. There's the dual exhaust, one there, one there. I don't believe, so the 1/18 scales, the trunk opens, and the hilarious thing actually about this car is the trunk is quoted to fit a medium-sized suitcase. So basically, you would be using this car as just a ferry to going to the airport just with the one suitcase, and then that's it. The passenger, if you have one, even less. So there's the gas cap, the major difference between the right and the left side of the car. Everything else appears to be the same. And just take the interior shot without the steering wheel in the way. You can see the vents, the center console, the digital display, the highly reflective semi-plastic cover on. You can see I'm just making it shine for where the dials would be electronic, and you can just see the seat adjusters too. So they've actually put a decent amount of work into this. Can't complain about that. It does look really nice, so that's great. Like I said, except for that first Buick Riviera and how badly the engine was done. The engine for the Corvette was really well done. And the Dodge Challengers without that air scoop, it does look excellent. So I can't complain there. And so we're going to go just to the under the side of the car before we go to the what's under the hood. You have here the exhaust and the bracing for it. This is a space frame built car. So if you have to look it up, it's based on the support points of a triangle. And so therefore, to make it light, parts of it are built of aluminum, I think over 90%, with certain specific parts as far away from anything generating heat being made of magnesium. And then I believe just the trunk is made of steel, I guess to be a counterweight. I do believe here, we see the 12431. I believe that's the limited edition number. It's not like M2 where they tell us 1 of 10,000 and 9,000 or whatever. So we just have to assume that. I don't know how many they're building, probably a lot. They're only like $12, $13, so they're not terribly expensive. You can just see there one screw, second screw, if you ever need to take this thing apart. The only reason I would ever probably dismantle it would be to replace the wheels. Anyway, so you get a decent amount of detail. It is better than certain other cars where they don't even color anything at all from here. It does look really nice. I don't know if this is the black edition, probably not. But it is an edition of the car. It doesn't say black edition anywhere on it. So we're just going to have to assume so. Being a front mid-engine car, so the engine is just inside the frame from axle to axle. It's a balancing issue. And as you can see there, unfortunately, the engine is really well done. Typical Mercedes style / German / over engineering. But the hood itself does not open very far. Similar to the Dodge Challenger, but way less than the Corvette. So, unfortunately, if you're going to show it off, you are limited to the fact that you're going to put it like this. Looks really nice, but unfortunately the hood does not open very much. So other than that, I'd say it's extremely well done. Much better than buying for $3 more an M2, like I said about the Dodge Challenger. But that was specifically an attack against M2's extremely rare Dodge Challengers and the fact that they don't have opening doors. So basically for $3 more you get something way better. I wouldn't consider this a toy. It seems to me a lot of... there are things that make it toy-ish. There are very few large moving pieces, but then again, you can see just how rickety with the wheels it is. I would say it's mostly for display. can be used for the toy. It has free running wheels. So that's excellent. And so overall, I do think this is a great display piece, especially if you want to do it on a budget, you want to start a collection, or you just don't have $180 to about $2,000 for one of the higher end models. You can just see there everything you need to know. The AMG engine, this is a V8, obviously the turbocharger. Another thing about this engine too is it has the turbochargers inside of the cylinders, because this is a V8. And the reason for that is so that there's no what's called turbo lag. You press the gas, it just goes. But then again, it does require that the engine run much hotter, and therefore is more expensive to maintain. Anyway, there you have it. Reasonably well done. Great addition to anybody who wants to have a high performance vehicle in their collection and not actually have to pay the hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. Like I said, this is the first, so I think it's the M197 or M195 version of the car. The second generation is the M197. So the first generation would be M195. The main difference is they added about 10 kilowatts, 14 horsepower to the engine for the base model. And this is not the GTS, so this is not the high performance model. And it's the first generation because it has this line across it instead of the vertical stripes, which is in 2017 they did the facelift, and then the second generation came out 4 years after that. So fans and friends, if you're looking, like I said before, for the first generation, Walmart has a bunch of these. I don't recommend Kijiji or Facebook because they're super expensive. I got this for $14, so, and that's Canadian, so the American viewers will get it for way cheaper and other people will get it for other prices. Anyway, I'm happy with it for the most part. Like I said, the one huge drawback is the hood doesn't open very much for it to display. By contrast, from the last video, I have the Corvette, and look how wide that hood opens. Plus it opens towards the back. It is not blocked off by this. So that's just the opposite. Anyway, fans and friends, thanks for watching. This is Thomas from Toronto, and to the next one.